Just like you said.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not trying to cause no disturbance.
Oh, I just want to know what passenger. Sorry, this is different. Do you have your phone with you?
I do.
Oh. So if you go to the Salt Lake Airport, we have the PR coming over here, that is in charge of this, and she'll come and talk to you. But this is the filming requirements they have. Just letting you know.
Okay. Well, I'm not aware of your rules and regulations, but from my understanding, this is a public airport. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's what I'm telling you. The PR person.
Right.
Just listen to me. The PR person is coming over to talk to you. Okay.
Okay. All right. Great.
And I'm just letting you know that on the website they have it listed.
Okay, yeah, I'm not aware of your website, but your website, just because you go and you write something down on your website, doesn't prohibit my constitutional right. Doesn't restrict my constitutional right. You know, your company rules don't apply to a constitutional right. But if it is such an issue, to an extreme issue that you will take legal action against me for recording in public, then at that point, I will cease to stop recording and, respect your policy, because your policy doesn't override the constitutional rights that we have. A policy is not a law, it's a policy. Policies are not constitutional. That's that. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm not one of them kind of people that any of that, but I do fight for my constitutional rights, and I will uphold my constitutional rights, just like I expect you to protect my constitutional rights. Right. What? How you doing, Sergeant? Sergeant.
He's hard of hearing too.
Is your sergeant here, the supervisor of this? Will you ask your sergeant if he will come over here and have a moment?
I think he's in the middle of a conversation, but he will as soon as he's done.
I'm sure.
It's not the nicest sticker to have on your phone.
Huh?
It's not the nicest sticker to have on your phone.
Yeah, it's my phone though. I could put whatever I want on it, right?
So you could.
What does it say? You want to read what it says?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Awesome.
By protecting yourself and protecting others. On behalf of Salt Lake City, I wish you safe travels.
What's PR stand for? Public relations?
I'd assume so.
Huh?
I'd assume so.
Okay. All right. Public. Awesome. So that means a public representative is going to understand that this is a public space.
Well, I don't know. That may be just a title. I don't know what the title is.
Can I convince you to put a mask on?
Yeah, I'll put a mask on, no problem. I am hard of hearing.
Okay.
And I do get vertigo when my face is completely covered like that. Yeah.
If you put it just over your mouth, I'm not going to complain.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
In the interest of aviation security, do not leave your luggage unattended at any time. Do not transport any item for someone you do not know. If you believe that someone has tampered with your luggage, or if a stranger approaches you about carrying a foreign object, contact an airline representative or the airport police immediately. All check and carry-on luggage is subject to
What are you
search.
filming for, sir? Can I ask you that, or you don't want to tell me that?
I'm just talking. I'm just recording. I'm just making videos, man. I'm a videographer.
So you put it on YouTube?
I do have a YouTube channel. Yes, I do.
Okay.
But
So can I
you know,
ask why particular here?
I just document.
Something of interest?
I didn't even have any plans to put this on YouTube, but the fact that I was just approached and told to do that I can't do something that I know that I'm constitutionally allowed to do. You know, I'm just like, you know, hey, you know, I guess at this point, you know, I don't mind spreading the word to the rest of you that, hey, this is something that I'm allowed to do constitutionally. And, you know, I'm just going to exercise it. You know, I'm not trying to be a jerk or make somebody look bad or be disruptive.
I'm all for the Constitution.
All right, then.
Love the Constitution.
Right, you swore to uphold the Constitution, right?
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
so the First Amendment says I have the freedom of press, right?
Well, that's what we're working on now. We
Right.
have somebody from
Right, freedom
airport
of press.
operations coming down, and
Right.
they know all the regs and policies and everything else related to the
Right,
airport.
rights and policies are two different things, is that correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so a policy doesn't override my constitutional right.
Well, we'll see what they say, and we'll
Okay.
go from there. Is that fair?
Well, that's fair, if
So
you
is
know,
this you?
whatever,
Can
you
I
know.
cheat? Are you Rudy?
No, Rudy Campos is an Irwindale police officer who is been convicted of child molesting, taking advantage of kids while on duty for their, yeah.
Cool.
And he's one of the 7 of 24 officers in the city of Irwindale that took advantage of kids.
Never heard of it.
Oh. Right. Hello.
So I do the filming permitting here. So are you doing this for a commercial reason?
Nope, no commercial at all.
So is it for media use?
I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it, but you know, I wasn't doing it for any particular reason. The real reason I'll share it with you. This backpack right here was sent to me by somebody from a sponsorship, and I was doing a video on this backpack, and I was putting together clips of my travel, and I was going to attach it to the backpack for, you know, the sponsorship for the backpack. So it's a bunch of clips that I'm putting together, and you know,
That sounds like it's for a commercial purpose.
right, but it's not for. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm doing it voluntarily. It's not. I'm not getting any monetary value out of it. I'm not receiving a payment. You know, I'm just putting together a video for this beautiful backpack that these people gave me, and
Well, there's just two things we ask is if you're a member of the media, just to contact my office in advance. So we
okay.
know.
I'm not a
But
member of the media.
that's
I'm
not
independent
the business.
journalist.
Yeah, so I mean, if it's not that, then the other thing is if you're doing it for commercial, then you have to do a permit.
Okay, yeah, it's nothing commercial about it. I'm not making any money. And as far as I'm concerned, you know, the First Amendment right does not, you know, trump a policy. Your policy doesn't override my constitutional right to freedom of press, freedom of speech. Those things right there are constitutionally protected, and a policy doesn't override anything that the Constitution of the United States Supreme Court has ruled on.
We hear you loud and clear. Okay. As long as you're sitting here minding your own business, not interfering with the movement of the traffic, you're free to just sit here and.
Okay, thank you, Sergeant. I appreciate you for respecting my right to record, and I'll call you right back, Tim. Entirely expected you to come over here as a sergeant and assert, you know, what you know, and for you to uphold the United States Constitution that all of you swore an oath to. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your professional courtesy. And we'll leave it at that. You won't have no disruption out of me. I won't bother nobody.
I think it's just that someone complained, so we'll have to.
Like you said, if it was for commercial or monetary gain, it'd be different. But
Yeah, there's no monetary value to be gained here at this time.
okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, y'all had all the questions.
Yep, we did. That's all we're about is questions. So tell me your channel so I can go see myself on your channel.
You can find me under Ricky Monday, M-U-N-D-A-Y.
Ricky Monday?
Yep.
Okay. You gonna put me on there?
I don't know, man. I haven't decided.
Make me famous.
Who's Rudy Campos?
Rudy Campos is an Irwindale police officer who is one of the 7 officers indicted, and 3 left to be prosecuted for taking advantage of kids while on duty in their Explorer program.
I've never heard of him, so.
Yeah, they settled 4 of the cases out of court. So far, there's still 3 officers that are on duty in Irwindale, and they have already been indicted. And you know, Rudy Campos gave me 15 citations in less than 30 days. One of them was for not having a registration on my bicycle.
Same thing here in Utah. Salt Lake City, you gotta have a registration on your bike.
Well, I don't have a bicycle with me. I mean, that's just ridiculous, you know.
Well, I mean, it's not because you wouldn't believe how many bikes.
Somebody said public rules. Yeah.
Most people don't know their serial numbers to their bikes, so that helps.
I don't know my serial number to my bike.
And so that helps us track them down. I mean,
Yeah, well, you know what? Let
me
me bust your balls on that one. There is no DMV registration for a bicycle, number 1. Number 2, I know in Los Angeles and in California, there is no registration computer that any law enforcement can go into and type in the serial number of any bicycle and find it and know how to locate it.
I don't know about there, but we do here.
Okay, well, I can tell you that in Los Angeles, we don't have that. It's not, technology is yet available.
We can put in your serial number. We can put in your serial number, and I get closer.
Yeah, you can.
And yeah, that's how we get a lot of bikes back for people.
Okay.
Without that serial number,
I would love to see you get some bikes back.
We do.
You got some pictures of some bikes you've recovered?
Oh, I don't.
Oh.
You can contact our department and they can tell you.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, okay, we'll leave you alone. You have a better day.
Yeah, a better day. You have a better day.
Well,
maybe you can find somebody.
I'm harassed by the cops, so have a better day. So you're not harassed by the cops anymore.
I'm not harassed. I felt like I was the one being harassed.
That's what I said. You have a better day because you're being harassed by the cops.
Right. You agree this is harassment?
No, but that's what most people call it. But I don't call it harassment.
What do you call it?
Making contact, talking to a person. You didn't have to sit here. You could have walked away.
Oh yeah, I know. I could have walked right on away, but you guys were giving me all the content that I wanted. Why would I walk away from it?
And that's fine. We don't have a problem. You don't have a problem.
What's your name? Jay what?
Kova.
Kova. Nice to meet you, man.
Okay. Have a better day. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my day was never ruined. What do they think they're trying to bust balls on?